The story starts with Kahor Nagis, a young woman employed in an office job. She receives a call from her friend informing her that she is running late. In a hurry, Kahor quickly finishes her work and heads out to meet her friends. Along the way, she reflects on her unexciting life, wishing she didn't appear so tired. Suddenly, she becomes dizzy and faints. Upon regaining consciousness, she finds herself being apologized to by a man she recognizes as God. He explains that her world is experiencing disturbances caused by dimensional distortions and accidentally hit her while destroying one of them. Although he saved her soul, he cannot return her to her own body. Instead, he offers to make amends by reincarnating her into another world. Kahor gets the opportunity to bid farewell to her loved ones, who surprisingly accept the situation and assure her that she will be fine wherever she goes. God informs her that she will be reborn into a world similar to Earth, but less technologically advanced. Kahor assumes it will be more dangerous due to this lack of advancement, and thus requests a powerful skill to survive in her new world. She encounters Celeste, the goddess responsible for her reincarnation, who is delighted about the situation as it allows her to interact with Earth's god, whom she has a crush on. Celeste plans to bestow additional blessings upon Kahor. She grants her the ability to communicate and understand the language of her new world, as well as a younger body. Kahor ponders the skill that would be most useful for her survival, considering that she is being sent to the medieval-style world of Ver, where magic, monsters, and hunters are common. She requests the ability to create any type of potion with any desired effects. The goddess initially thinks it's too overpowered, but Kahor reminds her that her god promised her anything. Celeste eventually agrees, and in addition, Kahoru also demands that her potion container and item box can be created in any size with limitless storage. Celeste is surprised by the amount she is asking for, but Kahoru threatens to complain to her god, so the goddess agrees to all of her demands. Just before being reincarnated, Kahoru asks for one more thing, to be friends with the goddess. The goddess is tired of her, but happily agrees. In a flash of light, Kahoru arrives in her new world and discovers that she can hear birds talking. She assumes that the goddess gave her this ability as part of her communication skill. She decides to test her potion-making skill by creating a healing potion, which instantly heals the wound on her head. Excitedly, she sets off to find a town but becomes exhausted after walking for hours. Fortunately, she creates another potion that instantly restores her stamina. She finally reaches a town and plans to sell her healing potions to secure some money. She visits the Hunters Guild, but the receptionist, Gilda, is unfamiliar with her potions and suggests selling them to a pharmacist instead. Kahoru worries about having nowhere to sleep since she needs to sell her potions before having any money, but Gilda allows her to stay for the night. Kahoru continues trying to sell her potions, explaining their healing abilities to the adventurers, but they don't believe her. Despite the lack of interest in her potions, the adventurers still approach her for assistance with odd tasks like foot rubs and massages. Kahor happily agrees in order to earn money for food. One day, an injured man is brought into the guild, but nobody tends to him. Kahor takes it upon herself to heal him using her potions. Her actions are seen as miraculous, and she gains a reputation as an angel among the hunters. Kahor learns that magic is a rare skill that requires extensive training, and she decides to keep a low profile. However, she is summoned to meet Baron Ren, the lord of the land. Although she warns him not to be rough, he forcefully takes her to his mansion. The Baron asks her about her potions, and she reveals that she can make them with her damaged bracelet. The Baron promises to punish the man responsible for the damage, which pleases Kahor as she seeks revenge. She asks for time to fix her bracelet and is given a room in the mansion. Realizing she needs to escape, Kahor asks for tools and an assistant. She selects Hannah, a maid her age, but when they are alone, she knocks her out. Kahor proceeds to store all the belongings and food in her item box, even taking Hannah's clothes. She cuts her hair and uses another potion to disguise herself as Hannah. In this disguise, she is able to leave the room without arousing suspicion. The Baron is devastated when he discovers that she has escaped and taken all his belongings. She changes her hair color in the hopes of not being recognized. When she sees people pursuing her in the distance, she decides to hide behind a tree. While waiting for her pursuers to pass, she has a snack. However, she realizes that it is actually the hunters from the guild who do not want to find her since she saved their friend. They end up heading back. Kahoru prepares to go to the royal capital, determined to make the most of her new life. She sleeps in the forest on a bed she took from the Baron's mansion. 3 children pass by, and the youngest girl, Eunice, calls her a goddess. Kahoru decides to play along and corrects Eunice, saying she is from another world but friends with Celeste. Eunice's brother, Hector, introduces himself as the Count Aiden's son and introduces their KN Fran. They explain that they are on a journey to visit their gravely ill grandmother. Eunice begs Kahoru to use her powers to cure her grandmother. Kahoru agrees to help on the condition that they tell her a story that will make her cry. The children share their stories, but Kahoru finds them childish. Fran tells her story of training her whole life as a knight and rejecting marriage proposals. She developed a strong body, but she's now past the age of marriage, so fearing she will be alone forever. This story makes Kahoru cry, and she creates 3 potions supposedly made from her goddess tears. She gives one to Hector to cure his grandmother, and one to Fran, instructing her to only drink it around people. The woman trusts the last potion as well, which can be used to heal someone she desires. We discover that the children are from the western kingdom of Balmor, and 1 month later their father, Count Aiden, informs the king about their encounter with the goddess. King Sergei finds it difficult to believe, but Fran consumes her potion in front of everyone, and it appears to make her appear younger. This leads everyone to believe, and Fran reveals her other potion, intending to give it to the king's aide Roland. We learn that Roland was originally the crown prince, but lost the use of his right arm in a fight, resulting in Sergei taking the throne instead. Roland hesitantly accepts the potion, and his arm is miraculously restored. Sergei desires him to become king, but Roland expresses that it is bothersome and he simply desires an easy life. Meanwhile, Kahoru arrives at Aris, the capital of the eastern kingdom of Brancott, and notices that the people there seem to worship Celeste in hopes of avoiding the same mistakes made in the previous town. That's where this episode ends. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.